See, this is Girl Power. Joining us in the studio today is the president of the Kinston Chamber of Commerce, Vicki Jones. Vicki, it's a pleasure to have you on the show today. Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I am doing great. So, as you already know, it's Women's History Month. And you're a girl boss. So tell us about your role at the Kinston Chamber of Commerce.
So at the Kinston Chamber, I'm the president and CEO, which basically just means I'm the active manager. I work at the pleasure of the board of directors, and I manage the day-to-day operations for the chamber.
Oh, wow. So how long have you been in that role?
It's almost a year now.
Okay. All right. So we're getting
it's
up
kind of
there.
new. It's kind of new.
Yeah. Okay. Do you enjoy it?
I love it.
What do you love about it?
I love it because you get to meet people every single day. I talk with business owners every day, managers. And so just working with small business, large business, just being in, for a long time I managed the business here. And so
yes, you were the GM here for like
for a long
20
time,
some years.
For a long time.
Yeah.
And so being able to take that experience out and be able to help other businesses, I think is really a blessing for me.
Yes.
And so I try to pull from that experience and help entrepreneurs just, doing
Become
the day-to-day
the best versions
thing.
of themselves.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you this, Vicki.
Okay.
What are some challenges you face as a woman in corporate America in ENC in the 80s? Like, because you've been doing this for quite some time.
Don't be telling my age now. But
you're
it was.
as young as you feel, right?
That's right. So when I was cast into a leadership role was actually 1991.
Okay.
And it was here at Channel 9 in the sales management position. And at the time, I had young children. And so I think one of my challenges, which is one that probably a lot of women face every day, and that is juggling work and home.
Yes.
And, it's interesting because I know that in today's world, there's more and more men having to do that. But back then, it was more just the women that had to kind of juggle all of that and figure out how to do it. And I think the biggest thing that I learned through that process for myself was just learn to set priorities, because you find that one day your priority is your family, the next day your priority is your work. And so it's constantly juggling those things, but setting priorities ahead of time is really key to success, I think. Just being able to set those priorities made success for me.
Well, good for you. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
So who are some strong women in history you look up to or in your life?
Well, there's a lot. I've worked with a lot of wonderful women over the years in key positions. I had some that I reported to and then some that reported to me. So at all levels, I've worked with wonderful women, and I've learned a lot from those women. It's funny because I learned a lot of really good things, and in a few cases I learned a few things I didn't want to emulate. But I would tell you the one woman that I have to say, which a lot of people would say, and that was my mother. Because she was a homemaker. She raised a family of 6 children, but she did so much more than that. She was the one person that always told me, even from a very young age, you can do anything that you want to do. You can be anything you want to be.
Would you please provide us 1 or 2 words that you would use to describe girl power?
That's a great question. I would say girl power is compassionate empowerment. Our world today is so much better because of the women that came before us and their struggles and their successes and their victories. And so we just continue to build on that. And we've got great ones coming up behind us as well.
Yep, they already set the foundation. So now we're just going forward.
That's exactly right.
Well, thank you so much, Vicki, for kicking it with us today on the Hello ENC
absolutely.
side.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it.
Thanks for tuning into Girl Power, and be sure to come back to see more strong women in the community on Hello ENC.
Hey.